This is the most important election. Yes, it is.
It's not a time of a lot of trust in politicians. I'm eager to see transparency and accountability.
Do you have a single greatest concern for the future of Canada? If you could rate your trust in the mainstream media from 1 to 10, where would you put it at?
The single greatest concern is probably just the housing situation for people in our generation.
Do you think it's fixable or is it irreparable?
Could get to a point where it's physical or it's fixable, but I think to do that, like, we're gonna have to start making the wages of like the people in Ontario and in the other provinces more compatible with what like the actual prices of the houses are. Like average home in Ontario or in Toronto, GTA is, you know, above $1 million. So until that's kind of fixed, I'm not too sure. I don't really see the prices coming down, especially in the big markets of Toronto. I think that's one of the greatest concerns, and then it's just the economic uncertainty too that we have right now with the tariffs and inflation and everything like that, interest rates. But yeah, the housing is probably the biggest thing. I'm not too sure if it's fixable in the short term, though.
Whoever forms government, whoever gets elected, let's say they're standing right here in front of you, and you have a chance to say something to them. What would you say?
In my personal experience, the healthy services are not really working well on property, so this is one of the main concerns, in my opinion. I will say try to invest and try to listen the people around here, because sometimes they have, you know, good ideas, but they don't really take in our speak, or they don't ask about what will be better. But in my opinion, if they need to invest in health, get more benefit, speaking about food, groceries, and support the people that's already here, you know, try to make more jobs and try to, you know, control all the inflation and things are coming.
So it'd be nice if they, if someone came to you and said, "Hey, what are you concerned about? We'll fix it."
Yeah, because sometimes they are like, you know, in their, you know, box, and we are not allowed to speak and get more knowledge, like have like a good chat, right? Like communication and clear communication. So that would be awesome if they ask us like, "Hey guys, how you guys doing? Like, you guys doing right now?" So try to be more human and communicate. I think it's the best way to get in a better country.
Is there like a top concern that you have when you think about Canada's future?
I guess economic development is definitely top of mind, and I'm seeing that across the board with a lot of people. It's a very, I guess, precarious time. Yeah, people want to see that politicians are looking out for Canadians and doing what's in the best interest of people, because as we all know, it's expensive to live, and yeah, I think a lot of people are frustrated with the amount of taxes that they pay and not really seeing the benefit of those taxes in their day-to-day.
If Canadian politics, you know, had a reality TV show, what would the vibe of that show be, do you think?
That's an interesting question. Yeah, I mean, the vibe seems to be a little bit chaotic, I would say. You know, there's a lot of turmoil with the Trudeau stepping down, which I think was the right move, and then Carney coming in. Poilievre can run a little bit hot, Singh's an interesting character. Carney's kind of like the old guy on the block, been around quite a bit.
Have you ever had an experience where a politician or someone from the news goes up to you and makes an effort to understand, hey, what are your concerns? What do you think about Canada?
We've had people visiting our door recently, mostly just advocating for their party. So they talk about their issues, and they obviously will listen if we want to talk about it. But for the most part, it's kind of the people who are just trying to promote themselves. It's not actually them being interested in one person's opinion, because let's be honest, even if you say you're for the people, you're for all the people. It's just one person's opinion is just one person's opinion.
And what would you say to maybe young Canadians who they think voting, who cares?
Well, you get what you ask for, and I would say the consequences of voting incorrectly or not voting are being played out rather dramatically.
Got it.
in a neighbor south.
Yeah.
I think it's also like there's your actions at the ballot box, but there's also your actions as a consumer. And I think voting with your money to not go to the States is a more day-to-day action that also allows your opinions to be expressed, probably almost more importantly than at the ballot box.
If you could rate your trust in mainstream media 1 to 10, where would you put that?
I feel like those voices are like less valued these days. A lot of people are getting their news from social media instead of real journalists, and real journalism unfortunately is struggling to find funding and attention from younger populations. And so it's just connecting that audience, I think, is being lost right now.
If you could rate your trust in the mainstream media from 1 to 10, where would you put it at?
0.
Zero. And Kathy?
Little faith in media. I don't lean that direction. I try to find truth media.